Hey everyone, welcome back to day 3 of Monkey Sessions. I'm Jacob from Jacobito Yoga, and our goal through this program has been really consistent. I want you to have a good 25-minute workout, and along the way, work your way up into a really consistent yoga practice. So we're focusing on a bunch of key elements. One is strength, flexibility, and heat within the session. And over the long term, I really want you to be working on your ability to feel comfortable in any yoga class going forward with me, in a studio, or at home on your own. The elements within today's class that we've been focusing on all week, weekend is coming, is breath, combining breath with movement to create flow, and then on top of that, adding on some specific postures, this week working through the warrior standing posture family. So we'll get started like we do each week. Go ahead, put your hand on your stomach, and just kick off that deep breathing. Inhale all the way in, exhale all the way out, and keep that going. Ground into your feet. Just take a second inhale. And exhale. See how that fills up the sides of your body, the ribs? This time, hold your hand up to your mouth. Feel the breath as you exhale. Inhale, like you're defogging a mirror, and exhale, fog it up. Good. We'll start with just one simple half salutation to get into that. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, butt up to the sky. Inhale, halfway lift. Get a little bit of stretch in the legs. Look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right. Keeping that breath in mind, I want to build a little bit on what we've worked on already, which is getting set up for your warrior two. So if you're just joining us, you can start at the top of your mat. Kick your left foot back. And as we set up for warrior two, what I want us to get into here is checking in on 3 things. First, is the knee directly over the ankle? So 90 degrees leg to the ground. Second, little crowded claws. Put them on your hips. A lot of times the tendency is to stick one hip out. I want you to level that and take a look at your arms to help you get there. And lastly, toggle the back foot. This is where you decide the level of intensity that you want for the pose and whatever's comfortable for you. This is a practice that'll take a life of learning, right? So once you're here, stick to that Ujjayi breath, arms up, inhale deeply, and exhale all the way out. This time, drive it all through the nose. Inhale, and exhale all the way out. All right. Inhale one more time. On the exhale, plant the forearm on the thigh, sweep the hand all the way up and over the top. Inhale here, and exhale. Ground that back foot into the ground. See how that feels. Inhale one more time. Exhale, come back up to your warrior two. And we're going to switch sides. Now, if switching sides in this way means going to the wrong way to face me, step up to the back of your mat and just step your other foot back. I'll do it this way so you can see. So set up again for warrior two, building on what we covered already this week. Again, check in, knee over ankle, hips, not sticking out, not bending over, nice and level. Toggle the back foot to an intensity that's okay. A shorter stance at this time in practice is perfect. Inhale the arms up. Deep Ujjayi inhale, exhale, send it through the nose. Place a hand on your belly, actually, so you can really feel that. I want you to focus on the breath at this time. Inhale. Exhale through the nose. Inhale, bring the arms up. And exhale, take that forearm, plant it on the thigh, sweep over, and stay here. Inhale. Exhale. Keep that for another cycle of breath on your own. And just feel into how the inhale changes the dynamic inside your body. Inhale, come up to warrior two again. We're going to switch feet facing forward and then back up to the front of the mat. Come into your warrior two here. One deep inhale. Exhale, come back over. Side angle pose. Rest the forearm. And send all the breath through the nose this time. Inhales and exhales. On your next exhale, come back up. Come out of the pose. So that idea of combining breath and movement is really what I want to focus on today. We're going to go through our flow, which we're going to build a little bit of heat towards the end. And then from there, I'm going to add on the next section of the warrior family, which is moving from warrior 2 into something called warrior 1. A little bit more challenging, and I have a special way called warrior 1.5, a gift from Jason Crandall, a teacher that I love, to get us there. So, keeping the breath going, meet me at the front of your mat. And we'll start off with a half salutation, and then we'll get into it. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees. Don't buy into the narrative that you don't need to bend your knees. This is perfect. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, come all the way forward. Inhale, arms rise. And exhale, hands to heart center. Let's get into it. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the back. Exhale, plant the hands, right foot back. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, back into downward facing dog. We're going to unpack down dog later today, but for now, just stay here for the inhale. Exhale, knees down. Do what you can to step the right foot forward. Inhale, pop the back knee up, gaze ahead. And exhale, come to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way. Channel the breath through the nose, right? Exhale, hands to heart center. That's what keeps a yoga practice alive. Inhale, arms up. Nice, you guys. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down, left foot back. Feel a little stretch in the hips here. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, down to downward facing dog. Again, take a breath. We're going to unpack this later. Try bending your knees. Inhale here. Exhale, knees down. Work the left foot forward. Inhale, look up, raise up the back knee. Exhale, forward fold, bend the knees. Inhale, halfway lift, push away from the shins. Exhale. Inhale, rise all the way up, reach up through the fingers. Hands to heart center. All right, let's build on that a little bit. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, right foot back. Inhale, look ahead, pull the chest up a little bit. Exhale, back into your downward facing dog. All right, stay here. We're going to rock forward to build a little bit of heat. On the inhale, come forward, hover into the top of a push-up. And while you stay here for a second, practice pushing all of your fingers into the ground. And exhale, downward facing dog. One more time, rock forward, slowly, with control. If you need to come to the knees, that's perfect. And exhale, back to downward facing dog. One more time, rock forward. Push everything away, ground into not just the base of your wrist, but the whole fingers. Inhale here, exhale to downward facing dog. Take a breath, and exhale, both knees down, right foot forward, anything to get it up there. Inhale, look ahead, raise the chest. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right, let's do the other side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. You guys look great. Nice job, Ben. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down, left foot back this time. Kind of a runner's lunge here. Inhale, look forward, raise the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Root into the hands, get them ready. On the inhale, come forward. Top of push-up plank pose. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Inhale, come back to the top of your push-up. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more time. Inhale, slowly move yourself all the way up, inch by inch. Hover here for a second. Take an inhale. Ground into all the fingers. Push up, strengthen up the legs. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take an inhale. On the exhale, drop the knees. Work the left leg up to the top of the mat. Inhale, pop the back knee up, chest up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right, take a second here. So as we've worked on these flows. I want to add a little bit more heat at the end, but I also am going to save us this time because we're going to need that strength later when it comes to downward dogs. All right, so this time we're going to add in some of the warrior twos that we've talked about and then refine them in warrior one. So be in position, hands by your side, buckle up, stay focused. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold, bend the knees, find space in the hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down, right foot back. Inhale, look up, raise the chest. Exhale, hands down, downward facing dog. Inhale, rock forward. This time, bring your right knee with you, knee to nose. Hover it here for a second. Take an inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale here, push everything away. Exhale, knees down. Scoot the right foot forward. Come up into your runner's lunge, just like before. Now on the inhale, circle all the way up into your warrior two. Whoa, we're back here again. That's wild. Check in on the shin, the hips, the back foot. Inhale here, reaching everything. Exhale, plant the forearm, sweep the arm up and over the top. Inhale, open up again. And on the exhale, cartwheel your hands down so you're back in this runner's lunge, looking forward. Meet me here. Good. Inhale, look up. Exhale, step forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, rise all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. All right, I promise the heat will come later. Inhale, arms up. Let's even you out. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Engage the back. Exhale, hands down, left foot back. Inhale, look up. Exhale, come back into your downward facing dog. Just feel how this feels and how it'll feel different later. Inhale, forward to top of push-up plank pose. Bring the left knee with you, knee to nose. Hover above the mat as much as you can get it. It can be starting low or cranking it up high. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale again here. Now exhale, bring the knee down. Figure out a way to get that left foot up to the top of the mat. Raise the back foot. And this time on the inhale, circle all the way up into your warrior two. Check in on the knee, check in on the hips. Inhale here, big Ujjayi breath through the nose. And exhale through the nose, plant the forearm, bring it up and over. Don't sacrifice that knee, check in on it. Good. Inhale, arms up, back to warrior two. And exhale, cartwheel it down. So just find your way to the floor. You're back in your runner's lunge. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, come back to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Awesome. Take a second, drop your hands, rest, regain your breath. Combining breath and movement creates flow. Check. So what we're going to work through now is a little bit of skill development. And I want to work through getting from warrior two into warrior one, which is a little bit challenging, and I'll show you why. So come back up, meet me at the front of your mat. Sort of reset into focused learning mode. Kick the left foot back. And again, set yourself up for warrior two. We've done this a lot this class, so I want to just kind of nail it and move forward. Shin perpendicular. Balance the hips. Really check in. And this time I want you to step your back foot away from the center line a little bit. Give yourself some space, because that's going to change the sensation. Come up into your warrior two. And this time, in order to get into a warrior one, I want to start in something called warrior 1.5. All right, so look at your back foot, gaze at it, and pivot it in like 45 degrees without losing the bend in the front knee. Hands on your hips, and practice swiveling them up towards the front of the mat. All right? So you're not all the way up. You're at like 45 degrees off to the corner, like not looking dead ahead. I'm at an angle here. We're going to call this our warrior 1.5, and the reason is that it helps get us set up for what maybe would otherwise be really challenging on the hips. Inhale your arms up all the way. And take some Ujjayi breaths here, in and out through the nose. Inhale one more time, and on the exhale, now shift the whole unit towards the front of the mat. Ooh, you feel that hip activating? I do. So we're now here in Warrior One. Let's come back to Warrior 1.5. And I want to just practice that transition of being here and on the inhale, and on the exhale, really twist the hips and the whole front of the body towards the front of the mat. Right? Now you may feel that in your butt. I want you to take your hand, rest it on your butt cheek, your left butt cheek, and feel, is it activated or is it just hanging out? Activate it by squeezing into the thigh. That's so important for this pose. So inhale, arms up in Warrior One. Exhale, come back to Warrior 1.5, just off at an angle. And then exhale all the way out to Warrior Two. All right, so we've progressed up, and then we just progressed back. Let's do the other side. Step to the front of the mat. Kick your right foot back now, and come into your Warrior Two. I'm going to do it on the other side so that I can demonstrate. All right, Warrior Two, you know this setup. Shin perpendicular. Think about where your hips are, and again, maybe open up your stance in a big step so you have a little bit more space to function. From here, hands on the hips, tilt them off about 45 degrees of the mat and bring your foot with you, right? So whereas maybe your feet before looked something like this one stays the same. We're going to tilt this other foot about 45 degrees off the mat, hips here. Inhale, bring the arms up. And stay here for an Ujjayi breath. Send it all through the nose. Whenever I get bored in yoga, I always feel like the more I channel the breath, it keeps me present. So inhale here. And on the exhale, shift the whole unit towards the front of the mat. But don't sacrifice that knee. A lot of times there's a tendency to maybe come forward too much or start to feel wobbly. Just stay right here. Inhale. And on the exhale, come back to your 1.5. So we're facing off to the angle. This time I'm going to show you again with my hands on my hips. Inhale, deep Ujjayi breath. Exhale, big turn to the front of the mat without sacrificing that knee placement. Inhale, arms up all the way. Ujjayi breath in. And on the exhale, come back to 1.5. Inhale here. Exhale, come all the way back to your Warrior Two, where you change the foot placement in the back and the arms are outside the side. All right, come back up to the center. You should be able to feel now how as we work through Warrior Two, 1.5, and 1, the feeling of the hips changes. Now that we've done this, throughout the course of this week, we've actually built up to your most common standing poses. Triangle, starting with Warrior Two, triangle, side angle. Now we've added in Warrior 1.5, which you probably won't see in a class, and Warrior One. So what I want to focus on now is building out that basic skill set and working into downward dog. So we'll do a fun trick. Come to the front of your mat. Come back into your Warrior Two. Exhale, bring the arms out all the way. And what I want you to do is cartwheel them down to your runner's lunge like you were before, and then meet me all the way down on the ground. Okay, so take a second to get here. Fun. It is really fun to watch this happen, because now most of you are off screen, which just tickles me because teaching to the void as if I wasn't already. Okay, so we're here. How to get set up for the perfect down dog. This is something you'll refine over time. But take your hands, plant them right next to your rib cage. Maybe have the tips of the fingers roughly at the nipple line. Different for everybody, but this is a good place to start. Take your feet and plant the toes right down. And I want you to push up onto hands and knees. And as you get to hands and knees, just hang out here for a second. Take a look at your hands. We've been talking about how you have choice in how you place your hands. Maybe you want the index finger pointed straight ahead. Maybe you want the middle finger pointed straight ahead. Or the webbing between your thumb and your first finger. All of these are valuable, but what's important to me right now is the placement of where your hands are. So come with me again, all the way down. Place your hands alongside your ribcage at the nipple line. Plant the feet. Push back into some sort of tabletop hands and knees. Now take a breath. Remember where the tips of your toes and the tips of your fingers are. And on the exhale, shove everything up and back, guiding the hips to the sky and pulling everything there. Okay, so you're here. This is why I needed to preserve strength from later, because we got to talk through this. A lot of times the tendency, particularly for newer practitioners, is to end up something like a kind of curved shape where it's something like a plank. I want you to send your hips back, and I want to give you 2 tips to work on that. The first is bend the knees, like in a big way. And when you bend your knees, you have the ability to then curl your butt and your pelvis at an angle. So try that again. Sort of bend the knees in a big way, push away from the hands strong, and send the pelvis back. Okay, good. That's step 1. Come down for a second, just to your tabletop position. Regain your composure. Take a breath. Inhale and send it back one more time. Now I want you to focus on not just bending the knees, but also raising your heels so that they're kind of sitting right on top of your toes. Look at your hands. Push through all the fingers, not just part of them. And on the exhale, tilt the pelvis forward, right? So what we've done is we've done a lot of work on a down dog. I'll come down for a second. Come down with me. I want to take off this voluminous tank top so you can see what I'm telling you. The idea, and my down dog is a work in progress. Everything is a construction zone. But I want you to think about how when you're up in the down dog position, a lot of people just start here and they think they're doing okay. I want you to bend the knees, tilt the pelvis up, and raise the heels. All of this helps us get a much better, straight back. All right, so come all the way down to your belly. We're going to develop this skill a little bit. Plant the toes, hands to chest. Try pulling the elbows in a little bit, strengthen it up. Hands and knees, push back into downward facing dog. This time, do all the basics. Bend the knees, lift the toes, push away from the ground, let your head dangle. Take your right foot and just kind of kick it back a little bit, still on the ground. But I want you to have the sensation of kind of balancing on one foot and just using the other one to toggle. And on the inhale, float it up and off the ground about a foot, not even. Pushing away from the hands. If you don't engage the hands in this, you're going to fall over. Bring it down, other side. So plant the right foot, and bring the left foot to the back corner, and slowly maybe raise it off the ground about a foot. Take an inhale here, Ujjayi. And exhale, come back to downward facing dog. Come back to your hands and knees. Hang out here just for a second. And we'll do one more round of that, this time practicing lifting the leg up. Do not jerk anything, right? I want you to feel good about it. Just find your edge. Push back into your downward facing dog. Best downward facing dog you've ever done in your whole life, because we've added some ways to get more out of it. Bring the feet together, and now lift the right foot up as high as you can. Doesn't matter if the knee is bent. The goal of this is to have you feel the sensation of grounding into the 3 points on the ground and lifting up the other one. Inhale here. Exhale, bring it back down. Switch feet. Ground into your right foot, lift the left foot. Push away from the ground. Just find the little edge. It's okay if your knee is bent. That's fine. Push away. Inhale. And exhale, come forward, all the way up to a plank pose. And exhale, slowly bring yourself back down to the ground. All right, a little bit of back work, and then we'll close us out. Bring your hands to your hips. That was really good down dog work. I want us to work this back section. We're never leaning into sharp pain, and we're just going to stop when it feels comfortable, all right? So first thing is sort of a foundational back bend called locust. Lift the chin, lift the chest, float the palms, and if you can and you're ready, bring the feet up. Hold this for an inhale, through the nose, Ujjayi, and exhale, bring everything down. Next, we're going to work up a little bit. Bring the hands to your palms where they just were getting set up for down dog. Again, bring face, chin, chest up, and float the palms. This time, glue the feet to the ground. Take an inhale here. Exhale, but hold the pose. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, bring everything down. Okay, half cobra. Keep the hands planted where they are. Take the elbows, drive them in to your side. Push up and away, lifting chin, chest, and just stop right here. Nice bend in the elbows. You don't need to crank any more than here. Inhale in. Hold it for another breath. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale all the way down. You can rest your forehead. Push into the palms and back into child's pose. All right, congratulations. I'll let you rest here for a second while I talk us through this. We have finished the first week of Monkey Sessions Yoga. And as you're regaining your breath and composure, I just want to touch on the main goals of this program. Strength, heat, and flexibility, while over the long term, building out a really solid practice of breath, flow, and technique. I have had a blast preparing this week's classes. I hope you've enjoyed joining. Link in bio to go ahead and find some more information. All of the past sessions are going to be uploaded to YouTube. 2 and 3 are already there. And looking forward, I love to have and see you in class. Bring a friend next time. Some of you already have. Nice job, Nick. And I look forward to next week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, same time, same place. This has been such a joy. I'll see you guys next week. All right, thanks.